Let's go. Well, hello, everybody. Welcome to Big Win Wednesday. My name is Tom Truong. I have the pleasure of hosting tonight's Big Win Wednesday's call, 3 different sessions, and we're letting people into the Zoom conference room now. Hang tight, please. We'll get started shortly. I like that backlighting there, Scott. I went out and bought some backlighting for myself as well recently. Kick it up a notch with these Zoom calls. What's up, Rodrigo? How are you?
Trying to light up my 2 icon trophies back there, eh? So
there you go. I only see one. Where's the other one?
No, it's too bright.
There's 2 side. Oh,
yeah. I'll do this one over here. It's too bright.
I see. Oh, there you go. There's your 2. Oh, so they changed up the icon trophies, huh?
Yeah.
Cool. Well, congratulations on that.
Thank you.
All right, folks, it's 32 minutes past the hour. I've got to learn not to say my East Coast time because I got people in the Pacific time, Central, Mountain, so on and so forth. So it's 32 minutes past the hour. We are going to get started with Big Win Wednesday. My name is Tom Truong. I have the pleasure of hosting tonight's 3 different sessions. The first session is our icon. Tonight, we've got Scott Ziegler, a 2-time icon here at eXp Realty, who's going to basically share with you how to grow your real estate business leveraging social media. This guy is an animal. I can't wait to learn from him myself. The second part of the call starts in the next hour. That is our eXp Revenue, eXp Explained, where we have 3 of our rock stars, Lisa Parento, Barbara Legg, and Tony Camarelli coming on and sharing the program that a lot of agents are gravitating to as they grow their real estate career. And then the last third of the hour, I'm going to be teaching Revenue Share Quick Start. That's the last hour, starting 2 hours from now. So let's start with this. An icon agent who Scott Ziegler is. He's our guest speaker today, our trainer, our coach, our mentor tonight. An icon here under the eXp world is someone who sells up to $80,000 in gross commission income. For some parts of the country, that might be 4 transactions. Some parts, that might be 14 transactions. Maybe Scott will share with us his transaction volume. After they reached $80,000 in gross commission income and they've paid into the company 20%, they hit a $16,000 cap. At that point, when the agent caps, they graduate to 100% commission minus a few small fees, and then it's a race for the rest of that anniversary year before the anniversary date resets to close at least another 20 full transactions. When they achieve that, they get these icon awards. If you look behind where Scott Ziegler is sitting, he's got 2 icon awards right there in the back, 2 times, right? And he gets the entire $16,000 that he paid into the company when he was at 20% back in company stock. That is a huge milestone, and I'm honored to have Mr. Scott Ziegler here to share with us today. Scott, I'm going to pass it over to you, and sort of maybe you can introduce yourself. Let us know about your real estate experience, your career, and and then get into how you're crushing real estate and teach our team tonight how to do it too.
Hey, sounds good.
Before Scott talk, actually, can I say hi to one of our new friend here, actually, Sean Farms. He's here right now, so we talked to him the other day.
All right. Well, welcome to the call. Sit back, and if you got questions, I believe Scott is an open format. So if he's covering something and you want to ask him, feel free to open up your mic or put it in the chat, and one of us will help you moderate. Thank you, Rodrigo, for inviting a guest to this call. Rodrigo, over to you, man. Scott, over to you, man.
Thanks, everybody. Scott Ziegler from Saskatoon, Saskatchewan, Canada. We're right above North Dakota. Yeah, I've been in the business. I had hair when I started. It's minus 25 Fahrenheit today here, and even in the house it's still cold. So I got the toque on. or beanie, as maybe some of you call it, my Canadian toque. 16, actually, I just crossed over 16 years in the business. The previous 14 were with Remax, EXP now for 20 months. May 1 will be my end of my second full year. And yeah, today we're going to be talking about social media, and I would say half of my business, whether directly or indirectly, comes from social media. That's the full gamut of, all the different channels, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, all of it. And the goal really is to be seen everywhere, right? Which becomes a bit of a challenge because it's hard enough to keep up with one channel, let alone 5 or more channels. So today, I don't have a lot of information for you. I want it to be a little bit more tactical today, because I personally am sick of hearing people say, well, you just got to be on social media. It's all you got to do to sell 100 homes is just be on social media. Couldn't be further from the truth. Or it's not that easy, at least anyways. And I just to circle back, one thing that Tom asked was, I don't know why people get so obsessed with dollar volume, like, oh, I'm 100 million producer, a 20 million producer. That doesn't tell me anything. So in the last 2 years with EXP, I did 65 transactions last year, and I'm at 52 this year. It's probably where I'll end up unless something magically appears in the next week or two. And in my market, it's about 13 deals to cap, and then about 34 deals to icon. So that is where my market is at. So
Scott, that's incredible. That's more than one closing a week, every single week.
Yeah.
Congratulations, man. We want to hear all about that.
So today we're going to cover 5 things. We're going to cover what to post, how and when to post it. We're going to cover the opposite of what not to post, which is actually going to kill your engagement. I'm going to talk, the 4th thing I want to talk about is how to grow your following and your influence and your community on social media. And then the 5th thing is going to be a real tactical tip on how to use the direct message feature to build quality relationships with your followers, your sphere, and your past clients or your current clients. So those are the 5 things that we're going to cover. I don't have a PowerPoint. I tested this with Tom a few minutes ago, but I'm going to be sharing a few videos from other creators to illustrate the points as I go along. So on point number 1, what to post. Keep in mind that when you post a piece of content, you want to think about repurposing that content. One video should turn into a TikTok, a reel, a Facebook reel, potentially a YouTube short, a blog post. It should go on LinkedIn. And if you really want to get carried away, you can upload it to your Google My Business page, and then embedded into a weekly or a monthly email that you're sending your past clients. So essentially, always consider the repurposability of your posts. And because we want people to see you everywhere. Because yes, half or 3/4 of your friends, you might be on Instagram and Facebook with them, but it's probably a different audience on LinkedIn. And consider the EXP model of revenue share. You're connected with a lot of other agents and professionals on LinkedIn that you're not on other platforms. So that's why, having people see you everywhere is important. And I think that the underlying motive when we're on social media, it's all designed around one thing, and that's to start conversations. Most people, we're going to get into this on what not to post. It's very egocentrical. look at my new listing, look what I just sold, look what I'm doing today. And that works in the very short term, but it doesn't build value in the long term. So everything you post should be, if you think about it through the lens of what's in it for them instead of what's in it for me, you will build you'll build a really strong business online. So it's all designed to create conversations. So I'm going to give you the 5 pillars or the 5 buckets that you should be posting content in. The first, I'll go through them and then I'm going to come back and just briefly touch on them. So you have motivational, you have food, you have fitness, you have pets, and then you have your business. And I'll give you a couple examples of the motivational. We've all seen somebody post on their stories. It's usually a black and white video of some creator that's like, you can do it. Pull yourself up out of the fiery clay and get back on the mountain. I mean, it's a great little clip, but how many times has somebody posted that and you're like, you know what, that resonates with me today? And you just send them a message, reply to their story and be like, hey, I like that. That's what I needed today. And so when you post motivational stuff, and remember, if we have 5 content buckets or 5 content pillars, and you think about 20%, posting, per bucket, it's not like you're posting a motivational thing every day. It could be once every 2 weeks, but you don't know that when you post that out of the 1,000 people, 500 people, 2,200 people that you're connected with, that doesn't resonate with somebody, and that starts a conversation. Hey, Tiffany, thanks for posting that motivational thing. I'm going through something right now and I really appreciate that. Well, now you got some back and forth. Hey, no problem. I mean, I hope everything's going okay. Yeah, no, it's just, whatever, my bunions are flaring up, and you have a conversation with that person, all based on something that you posted, which is what we're looking for. I mean, food is pretty self-explanatory. You should never go out to eat without I have some friends that have this statement that Instagram eats first. So when you get your meal, Instagram eats first. And I mean, I'll tell you personally, I reply to so many people's stories like, oh man, that steak looked good. That that restaurant, where's that restaurant? Where is that? How was that place? I've been meaning to try that restaurant. It starts conversations, and you have to ask, you might be asking yourself, well, how is that going to generate business? It's not, but it keeps you top of preference. It keeps you top of mind when you're dealing with these people. It keeps, and we're going to get to this later when we talk about the DMs, but it keeps you in front of them. And when the social media sites see that you have a relationship with somebody, when you post something, they see it. So the more reach and relationships you can have with people on social media, it's called social media for a reason. The more relationships you have, you're going to be seen more by these people. The next one is fitness. Again, it may or may not resonate with everybody, but every now and then, if you're going for a walk, just get out your phone and be like, hey, I haven't been out in a couple days. I can feel the weight coming on. It's time to get out for a walk. Or if you're regular at the gym, post that stuff every now and then. I mean, again, you're a human being. You are not, and this is probably the thing that I struggle with the most in my business is I could go easily 90% business and forget about all these other content pillars. And I often think to myself, nobody cares that I'm in my basement working out today. But guess what? I care when Tom's in his basement working out and I message Tom, I'm gonna be like, damn, that looks like it's heavy, or goat, or swole, or whatever I'm gonna say to Tom. So I think we always have this idea that nobody cares what I am doing or what I think, but we all care what other people are doing and other people think. So they do care. And then pets is an easy one. I posted a picture of my 2 dogs snuggling in front of our fireplace this morning on my stories. Lots of comments, lots of hearts, lots of reactions. People know I'm a pet, a dog owner and a pet lover. And so those are 4 of the 5 content pillars, all pretty self-explanatory. And really, it's just it's just showing who you are. It's starting conversations. It's not just, yes, we know you list. Like, we all have those people, and I should have said this right off the start. I want to say two things before I go any further. One, I'm not an expert. I pay attention. I pay attention to what's going on, and I try to implement what I see. So lots of this information, if not all of it, is regurgitated. And then the second thing is maybe I might step on some toes today. I'm just giving you my perspective. You know, you have to analyze your own business, but we all see these agents that virtually, when you see that they've posted something or they've made a story, you know what it is before you already click it. It's going to be just listed or just sold. You don't even have to. There's agents in my market. When I see that little circle on Instagram, I know I would be willing to bet my life savings on what I'm going to see when I click that story. And we have to.
Those are really good points, man. Because so you gave us five content, right? Five different types of content to post. Only one of them is business related, right? The fifth one is business related. The first four, motivational, food, fitness, and pets, are not business related, but it rounds you out as a person, and that's probably why you're selling 50, 60 transactions a year, because you're human just like the rest of us, and you can relate to people.
Right. Yeah, people do business with people. That's, you know, again, we all moved over to EXP, and somebody said, well, why are you leaving Remax? Why are you leaving Sotheby's? Why are you leaving Compass? Nobody cares. They do business with Tom. They do business, you know, with Pauline. They do business with Ziggy. Shout out to my Ziggy. I get called Ziggy Pop all the time. So, and then the last pillar is business, and that's where we're going to focus the rest of, or that's where I'm going to focus the rest of my time on. So when we have all these different social media sites, and I briefly went over them earlier. We have, you know, your TikTok, your Instagram, your Facebook, your LinkedIn, you know, YouTube Shorts, blog posts, Google My Business, email. But inside sort of the big ones we have, or maybe I'll even just talk specifically Instagram, because that's sort of the, you know, the easiest one and the one that most people are on. You have your stories, your posts, and your reels. Stories are great. They're only 24 hours. You can experiment with your stories. You can post your, you know, your fitness and your pet, and it goes away. And if people don't catch it, you know, they don't catch it. Then when you move down to your posts, or your feed, you can either have a video, which is just defined now as a reel, or you can have a static photo. And if we talk about photos for a second, it's a good idea to have a mixture of everything: stories, some photos, and then within your photos, if you post multiple photos at one time. So let's say it's a just listed, and you want to show 6 pictures of the house. That's called a carousel, and you've all seen it, where you can swipe through, you know, the 4 or 5 or the 6 pictures. Those are really good because they hold somebody. Instagram and all these social media sites value time spent on post. If somebody watches your video 10 times, that signals to Instagram or TikTok, hey, people are watching this, I'm going to show more people. If people are scrolling through your carousel, and it works really good, like say market stats, say new listings, little blurb, like you can create it in Canva, sales, a little blurb. They got to scroll through, they got to read it, they got to scroll to the next one, they got to read it. I mean, you can get 15 or 20 seconds on feed right there, and that creates really good engagement for your posts. And then the last one is reels or video. Now, when we talk about video, we want to try to keep it short, try to keep it engaging. And again, this isn't necessarily a video training, but I'll spend a couple of seconds here. You want to keep it short, you want to keep it engaging, and you want to make sure that you start with a hook, and you want to make sure that you double your energy level. And I'm going to give you an example. Here's an example of 2 videos. Hey everybody, hope you're having a really good day. sure cold out there. My name's Scott Ziegler. I'm a realtor with eXp Realty. And today we're going to be talking about the latest changes to the interest rates that we all experienced. Boring. But, and that's how the majority of people will start their videos. And nobody watches that. By the time you even get to your name, they're gone. Here's a tip. You don't have to introduce yourself. They're on your page. They're watching your video. They know who you are. You never have to introduce yourself again, or 99% of your videos. So that's video one. Or, video two could be fact. Interest rates are up. Fiction. Now is still a great time to buy a home. Move into your video. Which video do you want to watch? Nobody cares that the weather is cold. Nobody cares that, hey, great day. Hope you guys are all doing well. Nobody cares what your name is. You have 3 seconds to get them to decide whether or not they're going to watch that video. And whatever your personality is, you have to think about doubling your energy. On video, you can, it's very easy to come across monotone. I realize that I am on this. It's a bit different in a Zoom. But when you got 3 seconds to hook somebody and you got 40 seconds to get your message across in a video, excuse me, you really want to up your energy level. So we have our stories, our posts, and our reels. Now let's get to sort of the type of content. I know we talked about the pillars, but when it comes to your business content, you want to educate, you want to entertain, or you want to motivate. And if I can add a hybrid in there, I don't know if you've ever heard the term edutainment. It's educating somebody while being entertaining. Man, nobody cares about the interest rates. They want to know how it affects them, and you need to find a way to make it relevant, make it exciting, so if you can educate somebody while still being entertaining, that's the winning combination right there.
What's the third one? Educate, entertain,
and motivate. Motivate is probably the least. I mean, especially on the business side of things, it's a little bit tricky to motivate people. But I mean, motivating could be, even right now, we know that one of the biggest challenges is just getting buyers off the fence. Somebody out there is ready to buy, willing to buy, they can buy, but they just, should I, shouldn't I? Can we motivate them with a video or with some piece of content to get off that fence? I'm going to share my screen. Let me just see, make sure that works.
We see it.
Good. So here's a great statement. It says, being good on video is going to be a powerful advantage in the next years. Luckily, there's a simple way to improve at it, and it's to shoot more video. And I couldn't agree with this statement more. You may not be getting the majority of your business right now through social media, and that's okay. But think about it this way. Let's say you want to do 30 deals a year, and you got 10 deals from past clients, and you get 5 referrals, and you pick up 2 for sale by owners, and you pick up 3 expireds. Well, now you're at 20. Well, what if you can pick up 5 from social media? Well, now you're at 25. What if you double end 2 deals? You're at 27. What if you get a sign call? You're at 28. It's actually so much easier to hit your goals than you think. I like the word pillars and buckets. I have several buckets, and I only need 2 or 3 deals per bucket to hit my goals. I don't need 50 deals from social media. If I can get 10, I'm going to hit my goals, because I'm going to get 10 past clients. I'm probably going to get 10 referrals. I'm going to pick up 5 for sale by owners. I'm going to get some sign calls. I'm going to do a couple open houses. Next thing you know, I'm going to have an investor that buys 2 or 3, and I'm going to get the 50 deals simply because of that. So getting good on social media is going to be a way for you to just get more production. You know, I don't think it would be fair for me to sit here today and say, if you do what I tell you, you're going to hit all your goals next year from social media. You could, you probably won't. But if you can do 5 more deals, that might be the difference between not iconing and iconing. Or that might be a holiday. That might be paying off your, you know, your vehicle loan or whatever. So um, I want to just, I guess I'll talk. Actually, I'm going to unshare this just for a sec.
Did you want to play a video so we can just get
I will, just one sec. I just want to make a
Got it.
couple more
You got it.
points here. So that's sort of all in step one, what to post. Now, how and when to post would be step two. One thing that you want to do or remember is to post natively on each platform. We've all seen the mostly Instagram videos that has a little TikTok watermark floating around inside there. There are websites where you can remove that, but what I recommend is when you create a piece of content, if you, like for example, if you create a video, save it to your phone and then upload that video to Instagram, upload it to TikTok, upload it to LinkedIn, YouTube. Don't share it or download it from one and upload it to another. Every one of them has their own captions feature. They all have their own music. So you don't, you know, I can understand when you create this perfect reel and now you want to push it out, and you can, but you want to try as much as you can to naturally or natively upload to each platform. Timing is somewhat important. It's not the be all end all, but I find either 6 in the morning or 6 at night. You know, if you post at 11 o'clock in the afternoon, and I mean, people are at work, they're you know, by and large, they're busy. Yeah, I check my phone at, you know, during the day, but at 6 in the morning when I get up and I'm having my coffee, I'm a half an hour on there. In the evening, I'm sometimes all night on there, right? So I also often find that 6 a.m., 6 p.m. local time, you know, wherever you are, is a good time. And then posting it everywhere. And you know, I think people get, there are people that will say pick a platform and get good at a platform, and I totally agree with that. However, if you reverse engineer your content and you create it in such a way that all you have to do is hit share to TikTok, share to Instagram, share to LinkedIn, it takes me 10 minutes to get my piece of content everywhere I need it to go. I've created it once, it's on my phone, and now all I have to do is write a caption once, copy the caption, post it to TikTok, paste my caption, post it to LinkedIn, paste my caption, post it to Facebook, paste my caption. 10 minutes. So it is overwhelming, there's no doubt, to say, my goodness, I can barely get something out on Instagram, and you're giving me 5 or 6 or 7 places to post it. It's way easier than you think if you, I guess, treat it as a prospecting activity. You're not just willy-nilly shooting something and then posting it. You're taking time to think about a piece of content, create a piece of content, edit that piece of content, and now you're ready to take a few minutes and distribute that content. It's prospecting. You know, I know that people think, oh, if you're not calling for sale by owners, or you're not knocking doors, you're not prospecting. Those might be maybe higher ROI tasks, but I'll tell you right now, when you post a reel and you get 2,200 views, you probably can't knock 2,200 doors in a year, let alone have call 2,200 for sale by owners. And you can do 2,200 every second day if you want to. So it's right now we're having a one-to-one conversation. Social media allows you to have a one-to-many conversation, and then start having personal conversations in the DMs. Okay, I'm going to sorry, one sec before we go to the screen share. I guess I just want to talk briefly about what not to post. And then I'm going to give you everything we just talked about. I'm going to give you some examples of from other content creators. Basically, what not to post can boil down to anything that doesn't give or add value. The big ones is the just listed and the just sold. Now, will I say never post just listed and just sold? No, you have to post that. But for example, you're just sold. Let's say you do three a month or 10 and a quarter. I talked earlier about that carousel post. Well, you can make one post where somebody's got to scroll through. In the month of July, I sold 9 homes. Here they all are, one post where people can scroll through and see all the signs or see you standing in front of the signs or whatever you do. But if 7 times in the month of July, you post a just sold, at some point, and maybe as agents, we get jaded because we're like, freaking Bradley just sold another one and I'm mad because I didn't. But I hate seeing it. It's like, okay, we get it. You sold 7 homes. Like, nobody cares about that stuff. What's in it for me? Where's the value for me that you just sold a home? I'm going to give you a couple examples when we get to the videos of how I think you can do it properly or better. But when you post a just sold, tell a story. Hey, I just sold this home. This was Mary's original home. She's been here for 47 years, and she's now moving on to a care home. And she stayed in this neighborhood for all these years because X, Y, and Z. And when she entrusted me to sell this home, I was nervous because I wanted to make sure that after 47 years, I represented Mary like she's represented this neighborhood. That's a story. People can buy into that and be like, wow, man, I want Scott to sell my grandma's home. Look at me, I just sold another home. Nobody cares. Rant over. Just listed, same thing. I mean, whoop-de-doo. I'm going to go against the grain here and say people think, well, I posted my just listed on social media, I'm going to sell that home. Probably not. It's a good way to let other people see that you're active in the market, but it's probably not going to sell that home. I mean, unless you do a real extravagant listing video and you market it properly and you put ad dollars behind it, it's possible for that to happen. But me just posting a just listed graphic on my Instagram page, I'm not going to sell that home. Unless, again, certain circumstances, it's a revenue property, it's a duplex, it's something that's rare in the market, fine. But as a general rule, agents post just listed because they're trying to pump their own tires. So at the end of the day, add value, just make sure when you're, what I was going to say, one more thing before I move on, is that when you post low engaging content, people just scroll by it, and then that starts to tell Instagram, like, if all you post is just listed, just sold, you're not going to grow, because Instagram's like, nobody engages with this content. Every time Haley makes another just listed and just sold post, I don't know if she does or not, but nobody's liking it, or she gets the same 7 people, her mom, her auntie, and then one other business that's trying to get her to buy some of her stuff, and her hairstylist like her post. Instagram stops showing it to people because they're like, it's another post by Haley, nobody likes it, I'm not gonna show it. So that's where posting that kind of stuff can start to become a negative to your growth on your page. Okay. So I'm gonna play you. Most of you may or may not be familiar with the broke agent. Give me 1 second here. Before I play this, I want to see if I can move this. Okay. So here's a great way to come up with content.
Another thing I do to come up with content is I consume a shitload of it. I got lunch with an agent in my office a few months ago. This story actually never happened. and was telling him about Reels, TikTok, and all the creative content I've been seeing from agents. It was like I was speaking a foreign language to this fake person that I never had lunch with. He had no idea what I was talking about because, understandably, he's too busy showing actual houses and doesn't have the time to flick through Instagram all day like I do. But it is imperative that you actually spend time consuming content. So try to carve out like 15 to 30 minutes a day and scroll through Instagram and TikTok to see what types of posts are trending and what you might want to emulate.
So this is a great point. I almost every video that I post is from somebody else. I'm just gonna show you something on my phone here. If so I have an iPhone. I have a notes app. So in my, I don't know if I can get that to focus or not. Inside my notes app, I'll watch a video on Instagram. I'll go and I will copy the link of that video, and I'll make a couple of notes. Like this one says, the change in the market conditions are going to push people back to experienced realtors who know what they are doing. And then I posted a link. So when I do my content creation days, so when I sit down once a month or once every 3 weeks for 2 hours to shoot 20 videos, I read that, I watch the video to refresh my memory, and then I put my own spin on it and I record it. If you go to my page and watch my videos, 90% of them have already been done by somebody else. I just put my own spin on it. This next video I'm going to show you is, actually, no, I'm going to skip it because it's pretty self-explanatory. It's called the listicle or list. Here are the 5, you see it on YouTube all the time. Here's the 5 reasons to move to Denver. Here are the 2 reasons why I think you should sell before Christmas. Here are the 3 reasons why interest rates are not going to, affect your house price. And that's a great hook to start the video. Again, hi, my name's Scott. I'm with EXP. Hope you're having a great day. No, you got to cut that out. Here are 2 reasons why listing your home over Christmas is going to net you more money and get you a quicker sale. Number 1, boom, you hit point 1, you hit point 2, you're done. That's a 30-second video. And so listicles are a really great, tool to use. Yeah, R&D, rip off and duplicate. Absolutely, that's the best way to do it. Yeah, I'm going to skip this one too because I already talked about it, but I'll give you the bullet point. So Instagram really values direct messages. I said earlier that all of your content should be designed to start a conversation. When you start a conversation in your DMs and you regularly have conversation in DMs, you're going to show up more and more on people's radar. This next video I want to show you is actually, here's an example of a carousel post where you can see that there's multiple thing. I'm going to show you the video in a second, but she's got a hook, some quick shot. This is a listing video tour. This is a great way to get more listing inventory, is to show people that, hey, so-and-so just listed graphic from Canva. I go and I shoot video at the house. So she's got a quick hook, some quick shots, a call to action at the end, and the trending audio. But watch this video. I think it's very, very well done, and it's very short.
My newest listing has its own handle, the Blanco Bungalow. This amazing home is coming soon, but if you want more details, shoot me a DM.
That's the perfect listing video right there. It's short. It gives you enough information. It hooks you, and you'll probably watch that 2 or 3 times. Here's another great, sort of static post. This agent posted a holiday picture, and then I don't know if you can see this over on the side here. It's like the 5 holiday events that are coming up, the Glow Up, the Enchanted Forest, the Eaton's exhibit. So this is a great example of a post that you can do once a month. Here's what's going on in Boston, Massachusetts this weekend, and post a cute graphic and something in the text. This one's funny. I'm going to show you this one. This is a great example of what not to post.
Post generic holiday graphics. They aren't cute, they aren't funny, and they do nothing for your real estate business. In fact, I'd say they hurt it. You think anyone wants to see a Remax branded 4th of July template that says Happy 4th? What the fuck does that do for anyone? It does absolutely nothing besides get 0 engagement. And I know it's the 4th. Everyone knows it's the 4th. You don't have to acknowledge it on Instagram. Just don't post something that day. You have nothing to post. You don't need one of those generic holiday graphics. They're pathetic.
I had to just take a big jab at Remax there, but he's absolutely right, and it's true. I mean, we've all seen it. We've all sort of experienced it, right? The cheesy Canva graphics just don't do anything for you. Here's another good one, and then we're going to move on.
Sold for your just listed. This has probably been the #1 social media faux pas by agents since the beginning of time. And if you're still doing this, you're insane. You clearly haven't been consuming content or listening to anyone for years. Obviously, it's important to promote your success in your actual listings, but if that's all you do, you will never grow on the platform. This actually leads me to my next point. You never post your just listeds or your just solds, and you've become a TikTok trend-jacking, lip-syncing, audio-sucking degenerate. You have become obsessed with hopping on trends to appease the algorithm and gain followers, and you've basically turned yourself into a dystopian, futuristic clown. Sure, maybe you gain some followers, but your clients are starting to wonder if you actually sell real estate or if you're just trying to get famous. Like I said, it's still important to be serious and show that you're an actual competent realtor.
And I'm going to show you, here's a just sold that I did. And I used you'll see in the caption here that I brought some context. And I just used a trending audio, and again, just something a little bit different. I'll let it loop through.
Testicle fat is now so large, he has to wear a huge hoodie upside down instead of trousers. Testicle fat is now so large, he has to wear a huge hoodie upside down instead of trousers.
If you couldn't hear that, it said my testicle sack is now so large that I have to wear a hoodie. This trousers. That one was a number of months ago. That one was popular, but I actually got a little backlash for this one, but from my wife mostly. But I thought it was funny. Here's another
Hey, Scott,
example.
how many views did you get on that one? Did it get?
It did really well, actually. I don't know if it tells me in this. I got like 3,500 views or something like that on this one. So.
Oh wow, that's funny, man.
I think it was what's that?
Sorry, question. Can you elaborate on that? Now, I just noticed that in Instagram, and I was trying to experiment with it. What is it? You look for like some trending audio, and then you just slap it on one of your videos, and somehow, I guess that gets you more. How does that work?
Because. Well, I think Instagram pushes it first of all. And I think like there are some people that will like us, like if you like that particular audio, you can click on the sound and then you can see every video that's attached to that audio and then keep scrolling it. And I also think that like that was a short video. That's like a 5-second video, right? It didn't take us long to roll through that video 3 times because you know, what did he say? What did he say? And you watched it 2 or 3 times. So now it's being pushed to more people because it's being watched over and over. You know, people are laughing at it, liking it. Now it's getting more engagement. So think about how boring that video would have been if there was no audio. Just me walking up and putting a sold sign up. Or me, you know, standing with my phone and saying, just put another sold sign up. I mean, you can do that, but I think the audio was better.
Yeah, sometimes the audio is totally unrelated to the video.
Sometimes, yeah, for sure.
And it works though.
My testicle sack isn't that big, so. So here's one. I had some clients send me this picture. So I did my own carousel. It's a picture of my sold sign, but it encourages people to swipe to my video.
And social media is full of perfection, isn't it? The perfect person, the perfect life, the perfect picture. But you don't see the struggle oftentimes behind the scene. Well, you saw that photo. It looks like we got it sold. Clients took that picture. They're happy. I'm happy. But what you don't see is the months that it took to get it sold. So we listed that thing end of October, early November. The market cooled for November. Then we had to get through December, then Christmas, then a cold and snowy January. Finally, the beginning of February, it sold for full price. Everybody's happy. But there was weeks and weeks and months of the seller questioning himself, questioning me, questioning his house. Was he doing the right thing? It took literally hours of conversation to reassure him that we were doing the right thing. We were staying the course. And it was, quite frankly, an emotional and psychological struggle to get that home sold. We did it. Everybody's happy. And we're on.
So this, I mean, obviously I'm biased, but I mean, that is a much better just sold than just a picture of you with a Canva graphic that says just sold. To me, that shows my personality. It shows that I have empathy. It shows that I had to work hard to get it done. I mean, to me, that conveyed so much more value to somebody that might look to do business with me than just a typical just sold, if that makes sense. So we're going to start to run out of time here. So I'm going to move on to point 4. And that's how to grow in, sorry, I'm just going to stop sharing this. How to grow your following. I've pointed, or another agent pointed, the blitz. And you might have, if any of you follow Gary Vee, you've heard him call it the $80 strategy. So basically on Instagram, you can go to the search bar and you can search Saskatoon or Boston or St. Louis or Minneapolis, wherever you are. And then you can get the top, we all know how, I'm hoping we all know how to do this. You can get the top photos or the most recent photos and videos for that location. And actually, I'm sorry, I'm going to share this again because I want to give you an example of this. I think I already have it queued up. I don't, that's okay. So basically, you know, you find other people's Saskatoon. I want to go down to, so this is the location tag. And so what I'm going to do is, here's are all the top posts in my market. And because I'm on desktop, it's a little bit different. So just give me one sec. So I went on to this random post. I don't know who this is. I know nothing about this person, nothing about this picture, Sage, the whatever. I'm going to make a comment. If I can get to add a comment. What a beautiful dog. Love it. No, now what's going to happen is this random person is going to see that I commented on there. I don't know if I can like it from there. I liked it and I commented on it. They're going to see that. They're going to say, who the heck is Scott Ziegler? They're going to go to my page and they're going to be like, oh, he's a realtor. Oh, I like these videos. Those are cool. I think I'm going to follow this guy. And so that's a really great way to grow your following. And you can do that with neighborhoods. If you want to, you know, for the sake of time, I'm not going to do it. But if you want to sell more homes in Harbor Heights neighborhood, you type in Harbor Heights to these social media things, you're going to get all the posts from Harbor Heights. And then you're going to start commenting, love what you've done with the backyard. Hey, whatever. I mean, you know, you got to be careful. If there was a an attractive fitness model, I'm probably not going to comment on her thing. But if it's a dude flexing in front of the mirror, I'm going to write swole underneath his post. Just something somewhat, not just a like, but if you can, like, what a beautiful dog, I love it. I mean, somebody might be like, hey, thanks, I appreciate that. So you want to have some sort of thoughtful comment, but you can do it in locations, neighborhoods, niches, like Boston local, or Santa Fe living, or whatever the different tags are, whatever the top sort of hashtags are for your market. You can search by hashtag. Same thing, just I'm speaking to the choir here, but I'm guilty of scrolling through social media for an hour and wasting time. But what if instead of scrolling through wasting time, you commented on 25 posts a day, or 25 in the morning, 25 at night? I'll guarantee you're going to double your following in a year. So that's point number 4, is how to interact and grow your following. And then we're really tight on time here, so I want to end it here. Where the heck is it? I want to talk to you a little bit about the tactical strategy of winning in the DMs. And here's a great way to, especially at Christmas time. And I'm gonna do it live here. Give me one sec. Hopefully Tom will see this, because I follow him, but he doesn't follow me.
All right. I'm following you right now, my man.
But I just went on to, I don't know if you can all see this. I just went on to Tom's Instagram page, went to his messages, went to the video tab. Hey, Tom, Scott here. Hey, I just want to wish you and your family a Merry Christmas and all the best in 2023. I really appreciate that you're out there every day encouraging us agents. I appreciate that you're out there working hard. I know that when I see your posts, it really motivates me and it keeps me accountable. So I really want to appreciate you for that. And I appreciate you following me. And if you spent even 1 minute consuming my content this year, it means a lot to me. So from my family to yours, I hope you have an amazing Christmas. And I hope you have every good thing in 2023 that's coming your way. Talk soon. I'm going to send that to Tom. And then, can you all see this on my screen? So last year I did this at Christmas time. I sent out, oh man, I spent 6 hours one day in front of my Christmas tree, sending out messages to every person that followed me. Nothing to do with real estate. I didn't mention real estate. I didn't mention the market. I didn't mention anything. What I just sent to Tom is basically what I sent to everybody. And this message came back to me. All I can say is, wow, that might be the most heartfelt message I've ever received. Thank you so much, Scott. Merry Christmas to you and your family as well. That right there will get you more business than you can shake a stick at. And if you do that on a consistent basis with your clients, with your sphere, I send video messages all the time. Hey, hey, Jack, I seen you were out with your German short-haired pointer. I got a German short-haired pointer as well. I mean, they're such a cool dog. Hope you have a great day. Whatever. I mean, sending those video messages, I mean, people I think are sick of the likes and oh yes, I got 10 likes. But to get those kind of messages, I mean, that's how you'll really explode your business, is by using the DMs and the direct messages to sell, not necessarily sell, but to build relationships. And then guess what? Jack's going to send me a message back. Oh yeah, they really are great dogs, aren't they? Scott, how's the market right now? Oh, well, it really depends. Were you thinking about buying, selling, or investing this year, Jack? Well, we're not sure. All I did was send him a message about his dog, and it's going to naturally go to real estate. So that's what I have for you. What to post, add value. Don't post generic stuff that doesn't add value. Interact with other accounts and start conversations in the DMs. I hope that was helpful.
All right. Scott, that was good. Everyone, that's it. Kristen, yeah, give him a
Yeah.
round of applause.
Nice.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Q&A, we've got 5 minutes. We want to take a quick break, even before the 5 minutes. Who's got questions for Scott Ziegler? Two-time icon agent with EXP up in Saskatchewan, Canada. You got some referrals? Make sure you send them his way. Questions, comments?
Hey, Scott, Pat Manning here in New York. When you go to Facebook, you can obviously do posts and videos within those posts, but there's those things that are not reels. They're what Facebook calls them stories. If you do a story, how do you get it to also post? So like you said, you're repurposing it at least twice. Somebody's seeing it in the, during the stories, and they're also seeing it as a post as well.
Yeah, so Facebook's on Instagram, for example, if I post a reel, I can share that reel to my story very easily. I think Facebook is the same. I don't use Facebook as much, but I think it's very similar. Somebody else might be able to confirm that. But typically, your story and your in-feed post are different. You might have a market update video in your feed, but then up top you maybe even record a little video. Hey, I just updated my, you guys on the market, check out my feed. It's not all bad news. And then, what's Pat talking about? We better go watch this video.
That's a great idea. I do eat first with Instagram, and then I shoot it. It shoots itself to Facebook, but that's a great way. I'll use the stories to say, come to my Facebook post and blah, 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 and try to get them to come on. Thank you.
Gotta have one question. Do you go live or no?
I don't, very rarely. There is a strategy. Like, you should have your stories, your posts, your reels. There is live. Using all the features only helps. I'm not that interesting. I don't know who would watch. I think lives would work good if you had a guest. Hey, I'm going live with Tom today for 10 minutes on this topic.
Got it.
I think you got to keep them short. I think you got to keep them engaging, but just to go live, just to talk to the screen, not my thing. But I think there's value there.
Understood. All right, man. Well, Scott, thank you very much. Love it. I got value. I took a lot of notes, and I'm going to be doing some R&D myself of these 5 sticky notes that you gave me today. So thank you.
I dropped my it's just Scott_Aspen_Ziegler on Insta if you want. And yeah.
All right. Very good. Guys, gals, we're going to take a 2-minute break, and then we're going to come back with EXP Explained for those guests. If you want to understand and take a look behind the scenes of the EXP platform and why it's exploding across the country and across the world in 23 countries, we've got 3 rock stars, Barbara Legg, Lisa Parento, and Tony Camarelli, calling and sharing the program with you. Lisa comes to you from Cape Cod, Massachusetts. Tony comes from Detroit, Michigan, and Barbara Legg comes from San Diego, California. 2 minutes, we're going to break, and we're going to come right back, and these rock stars are going to share with you their perspective on the EXP Realty and EXP commercial. Maybe they get some global and some luxury as well platform. See you guys soon.